Well, I'm convinced Sorochi remembers everybody. I don't know what to demand anymore. Maybe that baby from the early season? You know what's missing in a war? That's right, a chaotic battlefield with nothing but bodies flying, blood spilling, pride broken, and all in all tons of action. As for the audience, it's nothing but a sheer joy of entertainment. This is a great comeback of the heroes now that the war is changing tide to their favor, and it feels so good. It's no doubt that the war isn't over, as there are so many bodies roaming around the area, but it's now for Gintoki and others to strike back big time. The way I can describe the whole chapter, minus the ending, is like reading Kingdom, only modern time and less gore. However, the level of excitement is just the same. If you're not familiar with Kingdom, then I will be happy to exploit its content of the chapter. It begins with All Guy's flashback, which is an interesting choice to begin with. It's a story that crosses between two different pride, one that strives to fight forever and the other is to defy it and live on in peace. The mysterious Daikini was said to be very strong and once aimed to be the Daikini god Igor, yet that said god abandoned that vision and wants to live along with others. It's a pleasant metaphor used of a flower blossoming, yet it's actually more than I thought, which is very well played. When I saw the mysterious figures, I wonder if I think that's the one that we all know of, but I didn't count on it. I was like, no, that can't be. No, forget it. I had the sense of Sorochi not able to get all the characters in the mix, so I didn't think much of it, especially since it plays off as the character's challenge in mentality for All Guy, which is greatly told. All Guy is dragging himself as he watches everyone getting pummeled left and right. I love how everything is so lively, keeping the feel of war real. Everything has to keep going, nothing should be static. I'm still amazed at how many characters are displayed in each panel, yet Sorochi manages to keep it clean as possible. I'm not even talking about the far shot angle, which is more impressive. It's great to know that the outside characters have been fighting during the previous chapters instead of waiting for things to happen, because anime, everyone is just out there kicking all kinds of asses and stands so strong as one. All Guy couldn't believe that everything is falling down on him. It's rather amazing that I actually feel a bit sorry. But hey, it's what happens when you cross the line. Wow, it reminds me of Kingdom from that one arc. Speaking of that, it also presents the tactical approach that although so many enemies surround them, they have to spread the fear around them in order to gain the advantage. If you can't wipe them out, scare them away is good enough. This is all said by Gintoki, who already has tons of experience on war, as well as Jirocho. It's very fitting for both of them to discuss on how to take them out. You just got to love that sadistic look of Gintoki. The chapter is full of action, but not without strong words from others about how they are a bunch of idiots to even go this suicidal. But if it works, it damn works. I love how Kagura went hard by pulling out a utility pole and went extra mile ahead of everyone. I just love this girl. Everyone just go all out on their asses, and god, it feels so rewarding to finally get full course of combat. I am surprised that Yato clan hasn't arrived yet, but I guess they are being treated as the main event. My guess is at the night hour. That would be another hell to break loose. At the very least, Gintoki and others are now wiping them out. They begin to weaken, including Shinra clan, since they learned that their leader is out. All it takes is a leader to change the tide. Daikini begins to fear, even though they have tons of army behind them. In other words, it works. All it takes is to gamble that bet, and only a crazy man is willing to risk that. You got that right. As the chapter is full of action, it's pretty astonishing to watch the whole scene played out in a clean, finished visual. I really like how the beginning has All Guy recalling the time when he lost his first horn, and as he begins to watch everything fall, he feels challenged that his pride no longer favors him. There are really good shots of the field filled with bodies, and it was easy to figure out what's going on. I love how Gintoki just make a hell of an entry and ready to slaughter them. Everyone was just killing it. I'm just impressed with the view of a war and loving every side of it. Ogai is seriously tough as hell. I'll give him that, because he's not giving up on his pride. When a leader returns with a strong willpower, everyone will follow and gain confidence back. Well, damn it is what I thought. But then, perhaps the best part of the chapter arrives, and I couldn't believe it until I saw him. Ogai strikes a Daikini hard because he thought that one guy was retreating. However, as soon as I saw him, I know for a fact that it's him, which fans has been waiting for. Reading his lines only makes me feel total confidence that it is him. Then the flashback returns to complete once more, now with the final visual of who is that mysterious figure. Surprise! It's Hedoro! I couldn't believe Sorochi remembers him. I couldn't believe his metaphor was taken literal. So I should have kept my guess back then. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that he's back and he looks pissed. I don't even think it's because of him getting hit, but because of that flower being smashed. Oh, Ogai. When should I schedule your funeral? This was a blast to read. It's highly enjoyable to see everyone winning and pushing Liberation Army back for a change. The character that I felt like he was gone actually made a return. Now about to strike back hard. Big mistake, Ogai. Big mistake. I'm giving this chapter a 9. I really enjoyed this chapter so much, especially the fact this is the character that a lot of fans were waiting for. I was waiting for him, but I kind of counted him out. I thought we took care of the Daikini back in the earlier chapters, but then when Ogai survived, maybe there's some little hope, but I didn't count too much of it. But thankfully, Sorochi actually remembers this character. What can I say? I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next chapter. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Will Hedoro actually take a strike at Ogai? Because he does look really pissed, and I know he is the caring guy, but I think he's going to make one exception. And plus, Ogai needs to put his place. Now he didn't want to upset defeat, he's going to get it in the worst possible way, and I can't wait for that. And that will do it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.